Gemini, Cancer, Cuspers. What if July is the month that asks you to stop carrying everything alone? Because Spirit is showing me that this is a month, this month is not just about doing more. It's about trusting where life is already trying to guide you. Welcome in, my beautiful wolf souls. Welcome back into the Mystical Wolf Soul Tribe, here to your monthly July reading. Thank you for hitting the like button. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for leaving comments. If you were born on the Gemini, Cancer, Cusper, this reading is for you. Remember to always take what resonates, leave what doesn't, and always trust your own intuitive guidance above all. July feels deeply transformative for you. There is an energy of releasing old expectations, slowing down mentally, and learning that not every answer arrives through action. Some answers arrive through rest, observation, and allowing life to unfold naturally. As we begin the month with the powerful Mars activity in Gemini, including the conjunction with Uranus early in July, bringing sudden insight, unexpected conversations, changes of plans, and breakthroughs that just may feel both exciting and overwhelming. Many of you, this could show up in your work life, communication, social circles, or even your sense of identity. There is some sort of awakening that's happening this month. You are realizing that some paths you've been walking simply no longer fit who you're becoming. At the same time, Mercury remains in retrograde, right, in Cancer, for much of the month until around the 23rd. This is really significant for you guys, my Gemini, Cancer, Cuspers, because Cancer rules your emotional world. July asks you to revisit old feelings, family dynamics, patterns of self-protection, and stories perhaps you've told yourself about security, love, and belonging. Some of you may reconnect with people from the past. Others of you may finally gain clarity about why certain situations unfolded the way they did. This Mercury retrograde isn't here to punish you, right? It's just here helping you to understand yourself on a deeper level. Around the 6th, the Sun will square Saturn and Neptune begins its retrograde journey. This energy can feel a little bit heavier emotionally. You may question your direction. You may feel a little tired. You may wonder if you've been doing enough. Spirit's saying, be gentle with yourself. Not every season is meant for like pushing forward, right? Some seasons are meant for recalibration. Now, we are arriving with the new moon in Cancer around the 14th. And my Gemini, Cancer, Cuspers, this feels incredibly personal. The new moon speaks about home. It speaks about emotional safety, healing, family, love, and just creating a life that nourishes your soul instead of simply keeping you busy, all right? Some of you may have been setting intentions around relationships. Others of you are focusing on finances, creating stability, moving homes, or finally putting yourself first after spending too long caring for everybody else or carrying everyone else's emotions, right? Love also carries interesting energy this month with Venus entering Virgo around the 9th. It's bringing a desire for authenticity and meaningful connections. Maybe some of you might crave consistency rather than confusion, effort rather than empty promises. But Venus also forms challenging aspects later in the month, reminding us that not to overanalyze our worth or seek validation from outside sources. For those of you that are in a relationship, July may bring important conversations. For those of you that are single, this is going to be a month of refining what is healthy love, what healthy love truly means. Also for healing journeys, there's this beautiful support through the Jupiter aspects during the second half of July as well. Jupiter trine Neptune on the 20th, encouraging the spiritual growth, the intuition, creativity, and faith. You are being reminded that miracles can still happen even when you cannot see the entire path. Financially and professionally, Mars is moving strongly through Gemini, giving momentum. Ideas can move quickly, projects can accelerate, new opportunities can appear unexpectedly. But hey, Mercury retrograde asks you just to double check details, contracts, and communication before making any sort of major commitments. Don't let that stop you or force you to pause. Don't force yourself to pause or to wait. Keep moving forward. Just double check everything. And, towards the end of the month, Saturn turns retrograde in Aries, asking you just to reassess your long-term goals and where your energy is truly being invested. And we will be closing the month out then on the 29th with the full moon in Aquarius. It's going to feel like awakening for some of you, a revelation, maybe an emotional release, a moment where you recognize just how much you've grown. Maybe some of you something about what once felt important may suddenly feel achievable, and what once had power over you may finally lose its grip. This month actually feels like a bridge, my Gemini Cancers. You stepping away from old versions of yourself and towards something more aligned, more authentic, and more emotionally fulfilling. And with that being said, let's see exactly what Spirit wants to reveal through the tarot. Let's dive in, beautiful souls. Thank you for being here, hitting that like button, leaving comments, being subscribers. And yeah, let's dive in. Your current self is the Fool. This card shows you where you currently stand emotionally, mentally, and spiritually as you enter the new month. Spirit is saying something beautiful here, that you are actually standing at the edge of a brand new chapter. The Fool, it doesn't always necessarily have to be the naive energy. It's also that courageous energy. It's about choosing to trust yourself even when you don't yet know exactly where the path is leading. Mercury, that's still in retrograde in Cancer for much of July. You may feel like you're revisiting old emotions, old memories, old conversations, and even old versions of yourself. But the Fool says that you're not the same person you were once, right? You've grown, you've learned, and you survived seasons you once thought would have broken you. Some of you are preparing for a fresh start in love. Others are considering change in career, home situations, family dynamics, or maybe even your spiritual journey. The new moon in Cancer on the 14th supports this energy really beautifully, right? And Spirit's just asking you to trust the beginning. Even if you cannot see the full destination or the full road ahead, sometimes, the biggest leap of faith is simply believing that life still has wonderful things waiting for you. Diving into the theme of the month, we have the Four of Swords. I'm hearing your headline for the month of July, Gemini Cancers, if there was such a headline. Rest is not weakness, it is preparation. So this feels deeply connected to the Neptune that's turning retrograde around the 7th, Mercury retrograde through much of the month, Saturn preparing to station retrograde later in July. It's like the universe is encouraging you to pause, to breathe, to stop carrying responsibilities that were never yours to hold. Many of you have been mentally exhausted, emotionally exhausted, trying to solve every problem before it even happens. So the Four of Swords is just coming through to remind us that healing also happens through stillness, through rest, through sleep. For others, this maybe could be emotional rest. For others also, this is finally like giving yourself permission to stop fighting battles that have already taught you what they needed to teach you. July isn't asking you to actually do more. It's actually asking you to recover your energy so that you can move forward with clarity. So, the key goal to pursue, we have the Nine of Swords. Now, some of you, this is quite surprising because the Nine of Swords is often associated with the anxiety and the stress. But Spirit is showing me something differently here. That this isn't about confronting what keeps you awake at night. What stories are you, what stories are you still telling yourself? Or what fears continue to repeat in your mind? Like the future that you are imagining whatever future that you are imagining, that hasn't happened yet. July is asking you to invest your energy into healing your relationship with the uncertainty. Mercury retrograde in Cancer could bring some sort of emotional overthinking. Mars moving through Gemini can create the mental restlessness. And even that Cancer new moon may eliminate the the old fears surrounding security, relationships, finances, family, career. What Spirit is saying here is your growth this month comes from recognizing that not every thought deserves a belief. It doesn't deserve your belief, all right? Sometimes the greatest victory is choosing peace over worry. Easier said than done, right? Okay. The obstacle to overcome is the Page of Swords here. This isn't necessarily a roadblock. I feel like this is a growth point for some of you. It feels like something to do about information overload, too many options, too many comparisons, too much trying to predict the future. With Mars that will conjunct Uranus that's in July, unexpected news or sudden changes could leave you feeling a little bit unsettled. Some of you might find yourself watching, waiting, searching for answers externally. What Spirit is saying, trust your own wisdom. Not every message is meant for you. Not every opportunity deserves your energy. Not every delay means rejection. I feel like this month is just asking you to move from reacting towards responding, observing, reflect, and then choose intentionally. And your major accomplishments is the 7 of Wheels. Spirit believes you are capable of accomplishing something long-term and meaningful this month. I'm hearing something about patience this month, all right, with this 7 of Wheels, the harvest, the investment, seeing evidence that your efforts have not been wasted. Jupiter is making those supportive aspects throughout July, especially later in the month. Even Gemini, Cancers, I'm hearing that you may finally begin to see some sort of progress. Maybe this is financially, professionally, emotionally, or spiritually, something here. But the key message is keep watering what truly matters during the month. Growth may not always be visible immediately, but it is happening. And Spirit wants you to know that your consistency is beginning to pay off. So what should you avoid this month? Is it a fire sign? King of Wands. Maybe it's, what I'm actually getting here is the shadow side of leadership, the shadow side of ambition, the shadow side of always needing to have everything figured out, avoiding forcing outcomes, avoid controlling timelines, avoid carrying the belief that you must do everything alone. Mars energy through July is very strong. It can create the urgency, the impatience, the frustration. What Spirit is saying here is you do not have to prove your worth through exhaustion. Success is built from alignment, Success built from alignment lasts much longer than the success that's built through burnout. And maybe there might just be a fire sign that could also maybe just challenge you a little bit in the month as well. Remember to take what resonates, leave the rest. What to embrace? Well, we have justice. Beautiful. Lean into this energy and watch doors begin to open. Justice is bringing balance back into your life. This card actually aligns quite beautiful with that full moon in Aquarius around the 29th. There's this karmic energy here, truth that will be revealed, decisions being cleared, relationships showing the authentic foundation, situations balancing themselves out. But yeah, justice reminds you that what belongs to you cannot be missed. It cannot miss you, all right? It cannot miss you. And whatever is leaving is creating space for what is aligned. I'm hearing trust the timing, trust the process, trust yourself. Now, where you will find support is interesting. We have this 5 of Cups. Okay, I'm going to clarify this here. 4 of Cups reversed. Very interesting. Very powerful, actually. Okay, so you don't have to do this alone. Spirit is showing healing often begins when we stop pretending we're okay. Support comes through conversations, family, friends, soul tribes, mentors. 54 could be a significant number, or 4s and 5s could be a number for you guys in the month of July. I'm hearing something also about mentors. I said mentors, therapists, spiritual practice, or maybe it could be simply allowing yourself to grieve something that didn't work out. I'm hearing that healing is already happening. Your focus is so slowly shifting away from loss and towards possibilities. July is, I'm hearing, helping you rediscover hope. And sometimes hope is the greatest support that we can receive. Advice and encouragement, the Nine of Wheels. Oh, I like this for you, because Spirit is like, okay, so what I'm seeing here is, in my mind's eye, like, if Spirit could sit beside you right now and offer one piece of advice, it would be stop waiting for permission to enjoy your life. The Nine of Pentacles is the abundance, the confidence, the independence, the gratitude, enjoying the fruits of your labor. And I'm actually hearing here, celebrate how far you've come. Honor your progress. Acknowledge your resilience. I'm hearing that you building the life that reflects your value rather than your fears. And that deserves recognition. The number 9 could also be very significant. We've got double 9s in your spread here. Your final card here from the Mystical Forest Oracle, Rhythm of Miracles. Miracles appear when least expected. Keep faith and patience. Honestly, this feels like the theme of your entire message for July. Not every blessing arrives loudly. Some blessings arrive quietly, through timing, through unexpected opportunities, through conversations, through endings, through healing, through finally just becoming the person you spent years trying to grow into, that you've been trying to grow into. My Gemini, Cancer, CUSP, Spirit wants you to remember here that miracles often arrive when we stop trying to control every detail. I'm hearing here, stay open, stay hopeful, stay present, because something beautiful is already beginning to unfold behind the scenes, I'm hearing. And Spirit is like saying here that keep faith. All right. And they're also saying, what leap of faith are you being called to take this July? There's a question that's coming through for you. Beautiful souls, if this message helped you in any sort of the way, resonate, let me know in the comments. Thank you for liking, subscribing, sharing with us in the comment section. I'm sending you all so much love and light, healing and beautiful energy for the month ahead. And I'll definitely check you around in the next one.